Hey everyone, welcome back to the RPGames YouTube channel. My name is Ralph and this is Pathfinder Kingmaker. And as you can tell, the party still does not have someone with trickery. So in the end I decided not to go back up and down just to pick up Lindsay or Jubilost. And I decided to just stay here and see if I can find Hargulka and Tartuk and take them out with this group. And if I can, then I can still come back afterwards with either Lindsay or Jubilost and try and open all the chests and doors that I cannot access right now. That means that we are going to explore the rest of these ruins with the group that we have right now. And well, the troll is not very happy about that decision. Oh wow, well, he didn't last very long. Yep, down he goes again. Okay. Let's skin, let's grab stuff, let's explore all the chests in the world. Ooh, there's another one. And we found a heavy shield. Okay. Heavy shield +1, yeah. Our dog was brain dancing there for a moment. Jesus. Break dancing, not brain dancing. I'm trying to imagine now how you brain dance. If someone knows a video on YouTube somewhere where people are brain dancing, just put a link in the comments, please. I would love to see that. Alright. These are not gonna pose a lot of issues for us. So let's see which doors we can open. Oh, this one we can open, that's good. There is some kobolds there. You see a troll who looks familiar. He was the one who greeted you at the lair's entrance. You believe his name was Jaethal. He and some other trolls are surrounded by the gang of kobolds. Noticing you, Jaethal turns and bares his teeth. Borba came already. You like killing troll and kobold, Borba. Now Jason kill you. I didn't want to fight. They attacked me first. Which technically is not a lie, actually. I was attacked. Borba lie. Borba came here on his own. I told Borba go away. That's not true either. You told Borba be careful because some of the trolls are still wild. There is a big difference. And now we fight. We kill you now, Borba. We no beast anymore. We no eat your corpse. We bury it in some place. Let other Borba come to that place. Oh, well, that's very kind of you. I'm quite sure that my wrinkled old dwarven flesh does not taste very well anyway, so... But, yeah. You can roar as loud as you want. Now it's time for battle.
Enemy approaching.
Yep. Wait a sec for Valerie. There we go. Come on, Valerie, what are you waiting for?
Let us try
Let
this
yourself open.
Look at this beautiful mess right here. Jaethal. This is what's left of Jaethal after he got probably a critical hit to the face. And he just exploded. That's how we roll. Yeah, and the party is still in very good shape, I would say. Valerie is a little bit hurt, but let's take a look at this rune for a moment. This is the rune of the Langebuk clan. Their whole clan must have perished many years ago. Now we know the place where their path ended. Let Grodus wrap them up in his eternal emptiness. As far as I have heard, there is a big dwarven clan, the Langebuk, somewhere in Druma. I guess they own some sort of trade caravan business. They even own a store in Restov, supposedly. So they didn't perish at all. What a shame. What? Anyway, every living creature is bound to die. Well, no shit, Sherlock Harrim. Okay, so why does this rune shine? I feel a bit silly as a dwarf asking these questions, actually. Dwarves like to mark the walls of their fortresses and caves. They use their clan rune for this purpose. Usually they enchant this rune to spread light, so the dwarves can proudly observe it even when in total darkness. Where is all your pride now, O Langebuk clan? Yeah, so sad. Let's go. Well, that's not something my character would have said, actually. It's like the game gives me no choice but to say these things to Harrim. Oh, what's this? It's like a really big door, it seems. Oh, 4 gold, yay. Ooh.
All according to plan.
Secrets. And more chests. Oh, and we can actually open them. That's great. Yep, we can open that. We can open this one as well. Wow. And cool.
In due time.
Okay, another open door. That's great.
Look ahead.
A trap. That's not very
not
interesting.
far.
And that is locked, and this one we cannot open from here, I guess. Yes, that was the one we were in front of just a moment ago. Let's see. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Oh, yeah, that's good. Can you do it again?
We will be
Nope,
victorious.
Come on, doggy. Join the fight. Feel a bit bad, like trying to sacrifice a dog for these traps, but you know, there are how do you say the end justifies the means? Is that the correct saying? Not quite sure. Let Valerie at them. Wow, critical hit and a sneak attack, 50 damage. Holy crap. Valerie, can you maybe just attack this one? That would be very nice, yes. Okay.
As it should be.
Let's continue. we found something. Oh, another one of those ruins. Well, it's not really a ruin, but... Oh. Oh boy. Okay, well, yeah, the threat went off. Oh, there is a mage back there, Ikendayo. Why don't you,
Good, you dead.
shoot him? That would be very nice. Yes, very good, Ikendayo. Just until the front line can move through, and then it won't survive anyway. Well, it's already down, so... We just need to make some reflex saves, it seems, to get through this web. And, oh, we can... Oysters. Oh. Okay. Another key. Okay, great. We need keys to get through all of this this place. Kind of wondering how big this dwarven outpost is going to be. Oh, there is... Okay, some people are lagging behind. 1 sec. We have some saving throws going on there, still in the back. And... Harrim is still not very successful. Ah, there we go. I knew you could do it, Harrim. I knew you wouldn't let us down.
In due time.
Okay, another door that opens. Great.
You cannot stand against me.
These sneak attacks from Ikendayo are lovely. So, what can we find in this room? Not too much so far. Ooh. Whoa, whoa, you, Kobold! This troll's loot. 2 huge trolls overhang the group of kobolds. They are pressing their huge fists against their hips and seem irritated. The kobolds, however, don't seem to be in any way disturbed by the threat the trolls radiate. They rummage busily through the pile of stuff littering the stone floor. Looks like this is the stockpile the trolls had brought back from their recent raids of the neighboring villages. Ah, good. We need that stuff. Among the stockpiled stuff you can see some filthy rags, a broken table, a door which had been torn off the hinges, and a massive oak bureau. Tartuk spoils allows. Hargulka see loot first, share later, Trobold's rule. Kobold looks in the troll's eyes emotionlessly for several seconds, then turns away, having lost the interest in this conversation. Why don't you beat each other up? Like fight for the loot. Can I propose this? For a moment it seems the troll will hit Kobold and smash him with a single blow of his huge fist. But seconds pass and Troll still stands motionlessly over kobolds, who seem to ignore him completely. Hargulka will know. Hargulka and Tartuk punish you, me tell them. Oh, we got a troll snitch. It's hard to say if Kobold understands the meaning of these claims, but all the enraged trolls shouting has absolutely no effect on him. Having the bureau opened, a kobold fishes out a long black whip, raises it above his head and hisses triumphantly. I'm guessing this is the whip that our mage wants us to
Scared? You
bring
should be.
back. Another sneak attack for 26. Damn. Yeah, Gorham, look at Amiri. She's kicking butt. Alright, can we
All according to plan.
move a little bit? Yes. So much loot, what are we gonna do with all of this? Decide what to do with the whip. Okay. This troll treasury reminds you of a city dump. Broken tables, smashed cupboards, doors ripped from their hinges, all taken from raids on human villages. Well, if we can somehow give a villager his door back, then I will be a very happy baron. It's the least we can do for our dear citizens to keep them happy, increase our loyalty stat. Think that should be a game mechanic, like for every door that's recuperated you get a +1 on loyalty or +1 on community. Makes total sense, don't you think? What is this? Okay, we need to read that in a sec. One moment, there was something more.
What's that?
Ooh. Another key. Okay, great. A massive key that probably opens a massive chest. Well, let's try and find this massive chest.
Running won't help you!
Ooh, oh, that's a whole bunch of troll hounds. Oh, critical hit from the Smilodon. 26 damage. Damn. Where is Valerie?
Never had a chance. Stay behind me.
Is that one
And a
dead?
strike is won.
Okay.
Do not hold back.
And one more. Everybody gets in Valerie's way. It's unbelievable. Which part don't they understand? Like, there is one person who can kill them, and they're just getting in the way of that person. I've got a lot to learn, this party of mine. But let's loot. That's something they do know. Let's grab some skins. Oh, there is another amulet of Thorak, or a pendant.
Follow my lead.
Is there a door coming up?
This
Ooh.
requires your attention.
It does, doesn't it? It requires the dog's attention. Yikes! Ooh, that was a fireball. Well, it didn't impact most of the party. Smilodon evades the effect of the fireball. Okay, well, you know. Does that mean we're getting close? That's the question, because this looks like a big room with a bunch of trolls. Oh, 44 damage in a sneak attack.
Executed.
I love seeing this party go to work.
In due time.
What is this? Oh, here we are. The big finale is coming. We found Hargulka. Trolls rarely use flags. Their leader must be a genius for his race. I guess. Oh. Let's loot Hargulka's stuff. There we are.
You managed to get here. Good. Now Hargulka will tear you apart with his own hands.
That could be the case, yeah.
Stop, courageous and strong Hargulka. I wish to ask. Say me, why are you slaying us? What did we to you? Why take Troll and Kobold lives in their own home?
Oh my boy. You attacked my barony. I protect my subjects.
Borba kills because trolls and kobolds are unlike him. That's what all Borba do.
Yes, we are just plain and simple racists. That's it. So now you die.
Trolls and kobolds cannot establish a kingdom while humans kill them.
That's true.
Death! They're Borba!
Death!
Wow, okay. So, Ekundayo, I would really like for you to shoot down our friend Tartuk here.
Cannot hide from me.
And keep him from casting spells, that would be great. How are we doing? Well, Hargulka went down, at least. After Hargulka's death, the Kobold spell weakened, as though he's lost his concentration. His attacks stop and he simply defends himself. Finally, he drops his hand in the middle of casting a spell, letting it dissipate.
Useless, senseless. You are victorious. I surrender.
Let's intimidate here. Hopefully that works. I'm asking you for the last time. Who are you? I remember well the gnome Tartuccio, who assumed the appearance of the Kobold Tartuk. And I remember clearly how I killed him. How I killed you.
This is strange. I remember and I don't remember. My head is a hall of doors, and almost all are closed. Sometimes I remember something, but then emptiness.
Listen, I know who I was and how I died.
Then something happened.
Power. A great power. It brought me back to life.
But not the way I was before.
Ooh.
My return was not a gift, but a curse. I became the one I pretended to be. Kobold Tartuk, not Gnome Tartuccio. And I started to forget who I was, how I lived. Sometimes I have pictures in my head. I thought they were visions. Until I met you, my executioner.
Well, let me just say, sucks to be you.
But I must say. I don't know who did this to me. I don't know what will happen. But I was happy Tartuccio called everyone fools because he knew he was one too. A funny, luckless fellow. But as Tartuk, I was different. I became a leader. I commanded respect. I created Trobold to show everyone what I can do. I can change the world, do something important. But now it is over. You will not spare me.
What about your spy mission for Patax?
Pitax, strong country, ravenous king. He wants more power. Yes, I remember. I served him. The king said, there's some ancient artifact in the stolen lands. Find it and send to me. And I did. I found it in the Sycamore Hall and sent it to the king. Then fought against you and died.
You deserve no mercy, only death.
Let's put an end to this madness. Peace will be restored, with iron and blood, since circumstances require this.
Come closer. I've stored some spells, especially for you. Since I am to die, I shall take you with me.
You cannot stand against me.
Okay, the trolls are defeated. Phew. Well, that was easier than I thought, let's put it that way. Let's see, Tartuk. Oh, he has a bunch of magical items. A large rusty key from the Dwarven Stronghold. I hope this opens all the doors. That would be very nice. There is a big chest over there. Let's see if we can open that. We can. There is another key. Man, how many keys does this place have? Okay, let's take a look. So I think this quest has been properly fulfilled now. And that would mean that I can now focus on leveling up my barony, because at least I hope I get the time to do that. I really hope I get the time to do that, because yeah, these events have been going absolutely bonkers. So we'll see, but I really need to update the treasurer, the military.
That is not far.
And I think either Valerie or Tristan, one of the two, can also be updated or leveled up, or however you want to call it. But first we need to find our way out of this place. And you know me, that's a challenge. Oh, there's another trap. What's up, doggy?
Scared? You should be.
Oh, yeah. That didn't do very much. These kind of traps, they are very welcome. Hey, kobolds, haven't you heard? like your leaders died.
Nowhere to run.
It's time to buzz off. I cannot imagine that we are not overloaded yet, actually. Would like to select everyone to move around. Until we reach a trap, and then I'm gonna send our good friend here. Our trap detector. Yeah, that's okay. Can take it. We are hardcore. Oh, this also looks like a big room. What's up in here? Ever since these trolls became immune to fire, they started building like gigantic fires all over the place. Just to prove their courage, I guess. Okay, looks like we have a key that actually unlocks a whole bunch of places. Oh, I completely forgot. Damn, yeah. I completely forgot about this anvil. So let's see if someone is gonna touch that. It's gonna be Gren. But I think I'm gonna quick save before I do that. Oh, everybody's moving closer now. Oh, it's Harrim. An ancient evil, can it still work? Harrim can't believe his own eyes, so he reaches to the anvil, touches it with care. Fiery sparks flit dangerously close to his beard. It's just beautiful. The dwarf smiles happily. Huh. You see, everything is not that bad after all. The anvil is still operational. What do you say now? Once I dreamed of working with a furnace like that. I gave oaths to Torag that I'd craft 100 suits of armor. That my hammer would be tireless. Oh, that was so long ago. He finally averts his gaze from the fire and turns to you. The very existence of this anvil is miraculous and unnatural. So much suffering and sorrow surrounds us, and yet, here, hope? Harrim shakes his beard in negation. This shouldn't be like that. That is just wrong. Grotus, grant me strength. I'll restore righteousness. And the dwarf deals a strong blow with his fist to the anvil base. Yikes. The light grows dim for a moment. A dull rumbling seems to start at the base of the anvil, the sound growing steadily louder and finally filling the whole room with a deafening roar. You could swear you hear the mad laughter of Grotus in his roaring. Or maybe it is Harrim's own laughter. The anvil trembles and suddenly falls apart as if trying to catch up in time with the rest of the fortress in its state of ruin. Huh, that was awesome. When did you learn to break cast iron with your bare hands? You're strong. Why did you destroy this anvil? Does Grotus encourage destruction now? I've always believed that Grotus does not destroy. He waits until the end comes to everything in this world. I've done what I had to do. This anvil should have been destroyed long ago. I've just restored righteousness. I had to do it. It was so hard for me, Grand Blackforge. Almost as hard as living itself. Harrim wipes the tears from his eyes. I shouldn't have come here. What did I expect to find besides decay, dust and ash? Forgive me, Grand Blackforge. Thank you for honoring my request and bringing me here. But now I wish to be alone. Aww. But Harrim, maybe there is some more, maybe there is some more trolls to kill, Harrim. You know, you can send trolls to Grodus. Wouldn't that make you happy? Has to. And what does this do? Oh, here we go. You see, I told you it was a door to the outside. Okay. Let's see. Well, I need to come back here anyway with someone with lockpicking skills, I guess. Oh, there is some more people who want to fight. A small crowd of kobolds surrounds you. They look frail and thin, their skin covered with sores and claw marks. Even the tethered skins they wear are falling apart. The kobolds make no sound, they simply stand and look at you, following you with their unblinking eyes as though waiting for something. Waiting for death. The kobolds step away when you try to leave, making no move to block your way, but their silent attention is somewhat uncomfortable. What are you doing here? What do you want? The kobolds stay silent, quivering somewhat. They keep their eyes on you as you pass by. Do any of you speak Common? Or Dwarvish? The kobolds remain silent, but some of them stir as if understanding, but also in fear, as if afraid to answer. Oh, this one should work. I killed Tartuk because he wouldn't live by my laws. If you want to live, stop attacking humans, or you'll meet the same fate he did. The kobolds keep looking at you silently. Just when you think they may not answer, one speaks. Kobold hears, understands. He then falls silent. The crowd of kobolds parts before you and closes silently behind you as you pass. After several steps, you turn around and see that the kobolds are drifting apart, going separate ways. Okay. Well, that's being neutral for you. So I'm gonna head back to the kingdom now, and then take a look at what's going on there, and maybe level up some, maybe the treasurer. We'll see. We'll see you back when I'm back in the throne room.
With the troll menace ended, all our woes were in the past, and there was nothing left endangering our young barony. As if the true hardships were yet to come.
Okay, so on the way back to the capital, there is a random encounter which we could not evade. So let's see what's happening. Hey, look there, everyone! I know that Borba. That's mighty and strong one. Came to Trobold, killed many trolls. We had to run. This Borba killed King Hargulka easily, like smashing a hair. Strong Borba, scary like fire. Run for your life! We got trolls running for us now. And of course, Valerie is the last one to move around. Of course she is. Your Grace, today a letter from Brevoy was delivered to the castle. It was written by Fredero Synod, a paladin from the Order of the Eternal Rose. It appears that Sir Synod is claiming right to one of your companions who was brought up in his custody. We'll leave it to you to handle this delicate matter. Okay. So, let's see what we need to do now. I need to take a look at what's going on with the Kingdom Affairs. Let's do that first. The Treasurer requests your attention. Okay, so that we already did. A letter was delivered to the castle. Yep, I understood. So, let's see. Some half-elf trading fabric in the capital discovered a loophole in the law which made it possible to avoid paying most taxes. Again? Like we already did this one. Okay, so what else do we have? Oh, there is a whole bunch. So we need to rank up. Let's see. We need the general. We need so that is the general. This is the regent. And this is the treasurer. Yes. Okay. Then economy, there is a bunch of things. Okay, so Jubilust will be back in 6 days. This curse still takes 33 days. Okay, others, no. Regions. Ooh. Oh yeah. Claim the South Neural Marches as part of your kingdom. Oh, that's awesome. That costs us 400 BP. Okay, yeah, well, with all the stuff that we can sell, we can easily get that. What happens if I purchase BP here? Oh, it's the same price actually? Oh, okay, well. So let's see. Claiming that region, who needs to do that? That's Amiri or Valerie. So I could put Amiri on that. And then do the treasurer one with... Oh, actually Jubilust is not here. Do I need Jubilust for this? I think so. Huh? Yes, and he's not here. Okay. So... what I need to do, this is still the same, okay. So what I need to do is I'm gonna put, oh no, I cannot because I don't have the money yet. All right. First things first, resting is number 1, selling all the loot is number 2. Buying enough build points so I can put my advisor on this one, and then I'm gonna level up the regent because he's available, I think. Oh, she's not available. Okay, wait, I need to check first. Ah, yes, okay. So 2 and 3 days. So that means that if I need to wait for Tristan or Valerie. Valerie is the regent, I think. Yes, I need to wait for 3 days anyway. Okay. So the plan doesn't change. First resting and then selling all my stuff. So I will be back once that has happened. Okay, we are back. I have 421 build points, so barely enough. I didn't bring that much loot as I thought, or at least the value was not as high as I thought. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna skip these 2 days so that these two are back. And then I'm gonna first do this, because my brain is leaving me out in the dark, in the cold. Just doesn't want to work anymore. Alright, skip a few days and I'll be back. So, Hands of Gold. Tristian returned. The Councilor commissioned the artisan to create the best item she possibly could and presented the master with a letter of appreciation when he collected the masterpiece. Loyalty +4. Okay, that's great. And let's see. Ah yes, the Curse of Tartuccio. Okay. So these are still 31 days. We can claim. We could claim this. Let's see, and that takes 14 days, but unfortunately this advances time, right? So yeah, that does advance time, so that's not exactly what I want. I want this to resolve first. Let's see, the people didn't want to fight, only to know that their voices were heard in the capital. The instigators disappeared as quickly as they emerged once the locals' faith in their ruler was restored. Okay, great. So, let's see. An advisor wants to discuss an urgent matter that concerns the barony's future. Okay, let's go to the throne room. There is a look of determination on Tristian's face. I bring bad news from your subjects. Today, one of our citizens stopped me in the street and asked me to tell you something of import. You see, one of the traders who today sells imported specialties in the capital has not always led an honest life. Under the Stag Lord, he helped the bandits sell stolen goods. For a percentage, of course. This scoundrel was far from the fort on the day you struck the decisive blow against the Stag Lord and his band, and today he continues trading in plain view of those he recently helped rob. I never rush to judgment, but you must at least arrest this merchant to question him and give him a chance to repent. Think of those who see him in the streets every day, walking free and unpunished for his crimes. The people appeal to you for justice, Baron. Arrest that shifty merchant immediately. He'll answer for selling stolen goods, even if it happened before my time. I shall order that this merchant be detained. Of course, we will fully investigate all these rumors and get to the truth before we judge him. Oh boy, so there is a lot of leveling up that's gonna take place. Okay, so there is the Councilor now as well. There is the... oh, Jesus. And economy, love of the people. The cost of buildings with a static loyalty bonus. Alchemist Laboratory, Bard College, City Hall, Ever-Flowing Spring, Exotic Garden, Herbalist, Magic Shop, Monument, Park, Sword Lord's Academy. Is reduced by 10%. Choose an advisor to help this event. And who can do this? Oh, that's Tristian, but Tristian is dealing with some rumors. So Amiri is still away for... Huh? Oh, I never started this event? Really? That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Okay, so start this event then, in that case. So that is 10 days. This is a nasty rumor. This is also 10 days. Okay, so start that event as well then. And then I'm going to first rank up the treasury. Because this is... So the loyalty provides 1 build point per week. Actually provides 2 build points per week, but 1 is lost due to low economy. So if I increase this to the 2nd level, then 2 build points will count for loyalty. So let's do that first, and then hopefully the other events, because there is I think 3 events going on now. These 2. And Jubilos is doing something, and all 3 of them will be resolved by the time that you get back from ranking up. But actually, oh my god, Jubilos is still doing something. I cannot rank it up. Oh boy. Or can I? No. So who is available? The general is not. The regent. Is the regent available? Yes. Okay, so we're gonna rank up the community then, in that case. Let's go. Okay, so community reached level 2. That's good. What happened with the others? The military parade made the locals proud. How strong the barony has become over the past few months. A flood of volunteers have joined the army. Oh wow, okay, that's good. And another success. The advisors' people managed to denounce the rumors and cast its makers as drunkards, slackers and big mouths who have nothing better to do. They were underpaid by a merchant whose business was doing worse under the new ruler than it did under the old one, and he was holding a grudge against the king. And this... oh wow, everything is successful, damn. Mivon will dispatch troops, so the agreement has been signed. Oh wow, well, that is amazing actually. And for some reason, Jaethal is furious. Okay, let's check out why. Eneo, the half-elf merchant who recently appeared in the capital, falls to the floor in front of you. Jaethal stands beside him, looking quite unlike her normal self. Usually cold and stiff, the face of the undead elf now burns with rage. Despite her nearness to his furious undead captor, Eneo looks concerned but unafraid. If you allow me to speak, I can explain everything. I hope you can, Half-Blood, otherwise have I told you the sad story of my death. It is sad most of all because I do not remember how my life ended. I wandered exhausted through the wastelands beyond the borders of Kyonin until I could barely see my path. I stopped to rest, or perhaps I lost consciousness. When I came to my senses, I heard the call of my goddess, returning me from the dead. Was it poison, magic, illness? Whatever stole my life away, it left no trace. I thought this mystery would haunt me forever, but then I entered the shop of this half-blood, seeking some reminder of Kyonin, and what did I discover there? My very own dagger. This dagger disappeared the same night it was taken by death. How could this half-blood have obtained it? Let him speak, Jaethal. Anger will not help us learn the truth. How does it go? Anger leads to something something. Something something leads to something something, and something something leads to the dark side. Don't join the dark side, Jaethal. That is why, respecting your authority, I have brought this pathetic huckster here rather than getting the truth out of him by my own methods. The half-elf rises to his feet and sighs, putting his clothes in order. Thank you for allowing me to speak, Your Grace. The story is not very exciting, certainly. Not as exciting as my tale of the drunken regatta within the Eye of Abendango. Yesterday, north of the city, I stumbled upon a dead boar. There was no one around, but the dagger was protruding from the miserable beast's neck. I don't know why the owner would have left it in the carcass. Perhaps the beast escaped from the hunter, taking along the weapon that had injured it. So I inadvertently decided to keep the item I'd found, thanking my luck and never suspecting the price I'd pay for it. Where exactly did you find this carcass and dagger? In the vicinity of the old sycamore. Of course, I'm sure you know where that tree grows. I found the boar to the west of the sycamore in the direction of the Torn River. We will investigate this matter further. Let's start by checking Ineo's story. Seek out this unfortunate boar. I am grateful, it is important to me, and you, Have-Blood, should pray for our success. If you are lying, I shall find a surer way to get the truth from you. And another quest. Added to the pile. Okay, but I was actually doing some kingdom business. So, what else do we have? Trade taxes. Proposal for cooperation. Okay. So is everyone back now? Yes, I guess yes. Dealt to recruits, that takes 14 days. Love of the people takes 14 days. So do these advance time? That's another good question. Let's see, so if I put the general here. Okay, that doesn't increase the time. And then love of the people, I can put Tristian. No, wait, I cannot. Because I need the 400 BP for another project, for this region. Yes. Okay, rank up. Let's see. First do the economy then. So economy has reached rank 2 thanks to the treasurer and the baron. The barony's economy reached new heights. So that means that this is 2 BP and this is 2 BP. Yes, okay, that's great. So we're getting more BP per week. That is good. What happened with Amiri, okay, the project is complete. That is good as well. What else do we have? But tax will allow our merchants to pay significantly lower trade tariffs plus 4 BP per week, and it costs us 500 yet. No, thank you. But there is more. Why? Why? The Baron of a neighboring land sent an invitation. Okay. Tragedy at the mine. The local stone mine had a rock slide. The stone merchants have jacked up the prices and construction materials are running short. Okay. And a message from the Sword Lords awaits at the castle. So, let's see. We need to put there are still 2 ranks up, okay? Ah yes, claiming this region, that's correct. That was something that we want to do. Temple of the Elk. Let's see, the region, for the region I need who exactly? Man, my brain is not cooperating. Okay, I can use the regent for that. So that means that I can use one of these. Let's see, merchants from Epsilon, they want to do business, okay. That takes 7 days. Trade taxes requires 14 days, so who's gonna do that? Our treasurer can take care of this one. I need my regent actually, or I could use the general as well. Yeah, I can use the general as well. Okay, this one has to wait. So, I need to look at these letters first, and then I want to claim some extra region. We received a letter from Brevoy concerning Oleg's trading post. I must admit, Lady Jamandi wasn't pleased by your request to surrender jurisdiction over Oleg's trading post to you. The Eldori take matters of allegiance and loyalty very seriously. Nevertheless, I was able to convey your position and clear the air. I believe I'll be able to persuade the Eldori to not demand a year's worth of Oleg's taxes from you. However, repairing the road falls entirely to us. Thank you, Castle. We'll repair the road. My pleasure, Your Grace. The new road will increase trade with Restov, which should profit everyone involved. Okay. Great news, Your Grace. Mygar Varn, Lord of Varnhold, wants to form an alliance with you and establish a trade route between your lands. Here is Lord Varn's letter. See for yourself. Okay, where is the letter? Ah, here is the letter from Jamandi. Let me remind you that while the trading post in question is situated on the land which now belongs to you, its owners, Oleg Leviton and his spouse Svetlana, are of Restov origin. They have been paying their taxes to Restov for many years and enjoyed the benefits of the city's protection. Well, I would care to disagree with that, Jamandi, because when I arrived here, he was being pestered by the Stag Lord. Restov is not accustomed to tossing away its subjects. However, as Oleg and Svetlana have expressed the desire to go under your jurisdiction, Lord Mayor Selemius is inclined to act benevolently and let it happen, but not without a precondition. Some debts are owed by the Leviton's post. I suggest it's only fair if you, as its new patron, would compensate the city for this sum. Besides, the road connecting the post with the rest of the world is in a deplorable condition and needs urgent repairs. Since the bigger section of this road runs through your lands, you should show some care for your subjects and make all repairs, helping to establish trade connections and proving your intention to do more for your citizens than mere tax collecting. Until the repairs are finished, the trading post stays under Restov's protection, waiting for your swift reply in words as well as in action. Okay? Most Honorable Baron Gran Blackforge, there is a guy who knows how to address someone. This is Magar Varn, the ruler of the neighboring city of Varnhold, writing. You might remember meeting me at the reception. Our encounter had a powerful effect on me. You are a brave warrior and a wise ruler, which is why I hope to enlist your support and in the future form a firm friendship. No matter whether the gods or the sword lords have contributed to us becoming neighbors, I believe that our alliance will be as steadfast as a rock. To signify the formation of our alliance, I invite you to visit Varnhold and see for yourself that my intentions are good. The city is still young, but we have a lot to show our guests. Our cellars are full of wine barrels, and our storehouses of grain and cheese. It is easy to reach my city. The path to Varnhold lies in the east past Lake Silverstep and over the ridge of the Taurus of Lebanese. Hard to get lost in these parts. Whether you accept my invitation or not, I ask of you one more thing. Consider building a route and developing trade between our lands. I'm convinced that both of us would only benefit from this union. I anxiously await your visit. Okay, and then we have some more. Let me quickly check. There was something else. This is the second half. Ah, yes. A letter from someone about Valerie. The expensive monogrammed paper has a faint, tangy smell. The lines in steady, delicate handwriting are decorated with whimsical curves. My dear Baron Gran Blackforge, I write these words with a heavy heart. The reason I take up my quill today will most likely upset you. Quite recently I've heard rumor that a lost soul, once blessed with the mercy of my goddess, has found shelter in your service. I'm speaking of the daughter of one of the most worthy and generous patrons of the Order of the Eternal Rose, who once made the mistake of leaving our ranks. I'm deeply convinced that now is the time for her to return to the path destined her by divine will. I am now traveling to the west, to the place that's been chosen for the new Temple of Shaelin that will be occupied by one of the young congregations of our church. I deemed it necessary to diverge slightly from our path, with but one purpose: to arrive in your lands and collect Valerie. May this journey be a cleansing pilgrimage for Shaelin's chosen, whose judgment was clouded by the impulsiveness of youth. I request that you free Valerie of her vows of service to you, for fate has destined her to serve one who is above us all. Direct the girl to the trading post that's on the border between your barony and Brevoy. There I will be expecting her with my comrades. I pray for your wisdom and mercy. With deep respect and regards, Frederico Sinnet. Okay, and then there is one more. Something that we found in the troll lair. This tome is made of high quality parchment and bound in good leather, but it's torn apart and stained with mud. Most of the pages are missing. There is an inscription on the inner part of the cover, written by a steady hand. This journal belongs to Rodvik Langebuck, the 4th commander, whatever, of the Bronze Shield Fortress. In Erastus 4498, today my father Untal Langebuck has handed me the command over the Bronze Shield Fortress and headed home to the Five Kings Mountains. He said he's become too old and hoped to die in his old place, in his homeland of mines, not in his Torak forgotten land. He's left his post and many of the defenders disapproved, but as for me, I don't blame him. I gave him my last farewells and returned to the fortress, which is mine from now on. Lamashan 4498, lots of carts on the road. They carry grains, vegetables, meat. Lamashan is a good month. Tolls this month always bring good profits, even when the year is poor. Too bad that's not enough to compensate for everything we spend on food during the other months, otherwise we could make the annual balance 0 at least. The Road of Shields has made us bankrupt. For 300 years now, our 3 clans have been guarding human lives at our own expense. Kutona in 4498. Even the winter is not a real winter in this godforsaken land. When was the last time I saw the snow? I mean real snow, like home in the Five Kings Mountains. Not this pathetic excuse for snow which falls here from time to time. Local villagers could have gathered 4 harvests this year if they weren't so lazy and worked a trifle harder. The winter is too weak in river kingdoms. Damned rivers don't freeze hard enough for our road to be able to compete with them as the best trade route. What was King Talric thinking when he ordered the construction of an overland road in a place called the River Kingdoms? Well, maybe he thought of fame for the dwarven people. Dreaming of regaining our former glory, maybe he hoped that the locals would abandon river routes, infested by pirates, for the safety of our trek with its fortresses and watchtowers. At least I know for sure what our grandfathers and fathers were thinking, that too many resources and too much effort had already been invested in this road to just abandon the project. They were hoping something would change and the gold would flow to our pockets in steady streams, just like King Talric had promised. So they just went on spending our money, efforts, years, and lives. Abadius 4499. Dwarves are patient, but there is a limit to every patience. The treasury of the Langebuck clan is almost empty, and I know for sure that the Waradashes and the Skieks are doing no better than we are. It's ridiculous and bitter to recollect that while building this fortress, our ancestors had made several secret rooms to store the future immeasurable treasures. It's impossible to deny it. We are the last generation of the Rothschilds. If some wonder fails to happen in the near future, we'll have to return to Five King Mountains in shame. Farast in 4499. Disturbing news comes from Rustland. Hordes of barbarians plunder its lands. The Sword Lords beg for help, no one is able to give them. We scarcely have enough resources to keep garrisons at the fortresses. If Rustland falls, what happens to the trade? Who in the whole world will need the shield road? That is the first part, and the second part of the journal. Serenit 4499. Rustland is in flames. The barbarians brought some dragons along. Instead of traders, there are crowds of hungry, tethered, wounded refugees moving along the shield road. Thanks to us, they can at least be safe from the bandits. But it can't go on like this any longer. All 3 clans are utter bankrupts now. We're still here only because no one wants to lose face and leave first. Erodus 4499. News arrived from the Silver Shield Fortress. Waradashes are leaving. Everyone curses them. But I'm secretly grateful. They've covered themselves in shame but let the others keep face. Some try to look bold and claim Skedges and Langebucks will manage without them. But everyone knows this is just empty bravado. This is the end of the Shield Road. Toraush 4499. We are gathering our possessions and get ready to seal the fortress. For a long time, for centuries or even for millennia. Until the day our descendants will come back here to claim what belongs to them. We must leave a lot behind. Well, at least we can properly use all these secret rooms. It's especially sad to leave the Searing Palm. There's no second furnace like this in the whole River Kingdoms. Wouldn't be ashamed to offer Torek himself to work with it. So many enchanted arrows, swords, axes we have created in this furnace. So many trolls were eliminated by what enchanted burning steel. Alas, we can't take the furnace with us. We can only hope some trespassers won't find this fortress. And even if they do, they won't be able to get inside. We'll also have to leave behind the treasure hidden in the place near the watchtower. Can only be opened by representatives of all 3 clans together, when they unite their keys. And Waradashes took theirs with them when they left. Well, they had every right to do it. The last secret room was sealed by Old Ols, master of complex mechanisms. He didn't even tell me how this machinery works, just smirked like a madman and mumbled something about the sun that meets guests of the keep and the moon that faces the sky furnace. Lamashan 4499. We are leaving the fortress which had been guarded by 3 generations of our ancestors for 300 years. We're walking back the road paved by our great-grandfathers. The road we dedicated our lives to. Shield Road has become the road of shame to us. Not everyone succumbed to disgrace. The few desperados called themselves the Last Shields, took an oath to defend the road until their last breath. They're the ones who harbor the very spirit of the dwarf's king, Talric, had strived to restore. Those are the best among us. Too bad they will have to die alone in the wilderness. The young Wark is one of them. He declined blank to leave his post at the watchtower. I left Langebuck's key to him. We hardly have anyone more worthy to keep it. Old Gaugen Skedje stays with him, claiming he would better die as an old stubborn head than as a coward. I have nothing to answer to this. We've let our king and our ancestors down. Farewell, Bronze Shield Fortress. Sleep well and dream of the day the dwarves will return. Well, we have returned. And we will return once more in the next episode. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, by all means, feel free to leave a like. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. It's all very much appreciated. And I will see you again in the next video.